We are Wrestle Club. Please do not try this at home, school, or anywhere.
Hey, what's up, dude?
So yeah, I called you over here because I'm excited. I got ourselves a ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I also got us a venue.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that was kind of surprisingly fast. It's only been a couple days.
No, it wasn't fast. You have to understand, it was actually kind of depressing a little bit. So I called Boise.
Okay.
I've called Nampa.
Okay.
Caldwell. Mountain Home. They all turned us down. One of them even had the nerve to say, "We don't even want you." I offered them money and they said, "No, we don't want you here."
Well, I guess money doesn't speak all. Okay.
I guess.
So who took us?
Middleton.
Middleton.
Yeah. Middleton, Idaho took us.
Well, I mean, you know, all businesses have to start somewhere. To be honest with you, it's like this is no different than going to a casino and rolling the dice or something like that.
Right.
But okay.
So yeah, Middleton. I'm happy that somebody took us. To be honest.
Okay, cool.
And you know, we gotta start somewhere.
It's true.
It'll be at their Foot Park.
Foot Park.
Okay.
Okay.
But I was calling around to see how much it would cost to actually run these events. Did you know it's $1,500 that they get off the top of anything we make? And even if we don't make money, we still have to give them that $1,500. And so, yeah, I was thinking 20 events, that's at least 25 grand, and that's 25 grand I no longer have.
Yeah, that's money out of your pocket that's gone. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it was just frustrating, like the amount of money that I've already spent to get this off the ground.
Yeah.
I don't even think I have to recoup these losses.
Okay.
And I don't want to start charging people $200 a pop just to come to an event.
No, I mean, yeah, you're not going to be able to recoup your losses on that too. I mean, we got to first make sure that we're able to get up off the ground.
Yeah.
And then on top of that too, speaking of the ring, what colors were you deciding? I mean, what were you thinking?
Well, never seen these two before. That looks good to me. Pink and black.
Pink and black.
Yeah. It stands out. It's different.
All right, you got me on that. Yeah, I could see that working. I mean, pink and black, that's... You know what? There was a time when pink was considered manly, and professional wrestling is a manly event. Granted, there are a lot of women who wrestle in it, too, but... Yeah, you know what? Pink and black. Let's go with that.
And black goes with everything, so why not, right? What is this?
Well, oh, right. Well, we got to just talking about that. You wanted me to go around and scout and find some workers for you. Mm-hmm. And when, let me tell you, I had some fun on this one. There are a couple who I think are a little questionable. Okay. But I do think they will work out for us.
Right.
We might have to review this a little bit, though. But, for now, it's, this is what I got here. But, you were talking about the stocks. So, like, you got to...
Yeah. So, unfortunately, what I have to do now to recoup these losses, I have to go back to my stomping grounds and pretty much just work the stock market like I used to come across this money to recoup these losses.
So you got to go back to New York?
I got to go back to New York.
Okay, well, who's going to run this then?
I have somebody in mind. It's only going to be for like a year or two, tops.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, all right. I'll do my absolute best to make sure he checks in with you. If you got somebody that's in mind, obviously you're going to need help.
It's not a he.
It's a she?
It's a she.
Okay. Even then, though, that's fine. Like, if you want to have somebody like that that's in power, Your call. You feel like she could get the job done, that's fine. I will listen to her.
I need you checking in with me to make sure that stuff is being ran to where it's an honorable event, it's for the kids, it's family friendly, and that it helps any community that we're going into.
Yeah, speaking of which, that's the next thing we got to think about too, then if that's the case. If we're trying to make this honorable and family friendly and you know, about the community of the kids, we need a name.
Oh, I never thought about that. We can't just call ourselves wrestling, can we?
No, we really can, and I don't think Idaho professional wrestling sounds all that good. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. You know what? I got it. So we're talking about kids.
Right.
Family friendly. Community.
Right.
We're a club.
Club?
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what clubs are. They gather together. They help support the community. They help do things for the kids. I mean, you know, if you think about the Special Olympics in this area, they're a club. I mean, when you grew up in school, you had clubs, right?
So we're going to be a wrestle club? That's the name you want to go with?
I like it. It's got a ring to it. It's got a good ring to it. It rolls right off the tongue.
Well, we're already going with pink and black. Might as well make a wrestle club. Why not?
Why not?
Okay.
I like it. You know, it's like I said before. It's just no different than rolling a set of dice here. I mean, we're taking a gamble at this point in time. But you know what though? Let's we got this all figured out.
Okay.
Let's get to the next step, which is basically we got to talk the wrestlers. We got to make sure that these are going to work for your needs, as this is your business. I'm your friend and I'm your partner in this, but this is still, you're the man who's making the call. You're the man who's paying for all this. So you know it's.
Okay.
Yeah, so why don't we get to this? Let me go pour some tea, and we'll make this happen.
Okay.
Here we are, once again, and here we are for the final time, Damien Black. I pushed you to your limits, and I'm not afraid to say it, we pushed each other to the limits. But with a short drop and a sudden stop, you couldn't take any more, and I walked away with the Idaho potato belt. But right when I was celebrating victory with all the Wrestle Club fans, everybody that supports Wrestle Club, I was on the Channel 7 News, and you had to attack me from behind like the coward everybody knows that you are. So come January 26th, resolution at the Special Olympics Arena, Garden City, Idaho. For the last time, Damien Black versus the Outlaw Rusty Livings. Whether you've wagered a challenge or not, I don't even hear what you say anymore, because I live inside your head, Damien Black. And don't forget that when you think you've got me on my back for the 1, 2, 3, I was voted the 2018 Comeback of the Year. And right from that moment of desperation, I will come back. I will rise from the ashes, a legend, and prove to you and to everybody who tunes in and watches the Wrestle Club that I am deserving of that Idaho potato belt. And not you or anybody is going to take it away from me, because I stand with the fans and I stand for what's true and what's right. I'm going to get back to work if you'll excuse me.
Listen here, Patty. Patty, no, shut your mouth for 2 seconds and just listen to me. What you did, you know exactly what it was, is what you did. You kept Project Mayhem from attaining the goal. We told you what the resolution plan was, Patty. Don't talk back to me. You purposely kept that title off the Lost Soul Garibai for 3 months. Kept it in the air. We saw the footage. It was in your hands. Patty, 2019. Don't you talk back to me, Patty. Don't you.
So, what's all this, Zane?
This is the truth, Damien. You see, Brad Zane wasn't always just some crazy guy who invested in Project Mayhem. No. Brad Zane was somebody with connections. Brad Zane isn't just a puppet master. No. Brad Zane is a man who owns a city. And that city is the Ring of Wrestle Club. Damien, you and I both know that Patrick Holloway did everything possible to keep us from getting the heavyweight title. Long enough for us to lose one of the titles. It was only a matter of time. It doesn't matter how many plans we have. Eventually, plans fall through. And that's fine.
Speaking of a lost title, come resolution, Outlaw, you and me, one-on-one again. And I'm getting my belt back.
That's right. You see, 2019, Project Mayhem is going to up the ante. We're still the tag team champions. We'll get the Potato Bowl back. We'll get that belt back. It'll be ours. Don't you worry. But this time around, all odds are on the table. All bets will be placed. They can roll the dice. They can play their hand. But they are going to find out that Project Mayhem is the house that collects on all debts. Special Olympics Arena, Wrestle Club, Project Mayhem. It's going to be one hell of a year for you.
Come to the ring, weighing in at 180 pounds, now from Carson City, Nevada, the Outlaw, Rusty Livings!
Welcome everybody to Season 2, Episode 2. I am G and my partner in crime is...
Once again, hello everybody, this is Wes, and we are about to kick off the second episode of Season 2 with a title match for the Potato Bowl Championship, and out coming to the ring is Outlaw Rusty Livings, your current Potato Bowl Champion.
Yeah, we saw on previous episodes he actually got assaulted by Damien Black after he was interviewed by the news channel.
Yeah, we did see that. Damien Black being kind of a poor sport, but that's kind of like most of Project Mayhem right there. And speaking of Project Mayhem, I don't know if you saw, but that opening transmission, looks like somebody's still leaking evidence through, and...
Yeah, that was like 2014, and Patrick Holloway trying to get venues and trying to get Wrestle Club to start, but for some reason Brad Zane wasn't there.
Yeah, that's the thing that's really throwing me off, is why was Brad Zane of all people there?
And why do they say that they were former partners? I mean, there's something developing there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to keep you folks in tune as much as possible. I mean, you're learning as we are at this point in time.
Weighing in at 170 pounds from New Orleans, Louisiana, the Voodoo Priest, Damien Black!
And just announced is the Voodoo Priest, Damien Black, former Potato Bowl champion. He lost the belt at the New Year's Eve Idaho Potato Drop, and he's getting his rematch here.
That's right. Now, normally we don't have rematches, but in this fashion, considering how great of a match they put on, Patrick Holloway has dubbed it necessary that Rusty Livings and Damien Black will have a rematch.
Well, not only that, Damien Black attacked him like literally on the news. So if you do that, you're probably gonna find yourself in a match against the Outlaw Rusty Livings.
That's right, absolutely. And Brad Zane, Brad Zane's sporting the new attire too. He's kind of got a little bit of a business suit going on there.
He was looking like the same person in those interviews in 2014.
He was. I'm starting to wonder what's really going on here. He's kind of got a high roller look going for him right now, if you haven't noticed it.
And Damien Black here, definitely the Voodoo Priest, looking like he's cursed.
I think he's cursed, all right. He's vexed at the fact that he lost that title to Outlaw Rusty Livings there. I'm sure retribution's at hand. Brad Zane caught me walking by Rusty. I think he's just playing a mind game with him at this point in time.
And Damien Black here just waiting for the Outlaws. We see Brad Zane in the face of the Outlaw saying, nope, it's not going to happen today that the Potato Bowl belt is coming back to Project Mayhem.
Yeah, Brad Zane, clearly, I mean, he can take the shot at Rusty Livings, but he's not going to do so. I think I overheard him say he isn't going to bother wasting his time and ruining his new suit.
And there you see the Outlaw with the crowd here, and the crowd stands with the Outlaw for sure. And here comes Damien Black taking the legs out of the Outlaw, bringing him to the outside, getting the perfect shots there.
Yeah, right there, clearly using the speed that he has on Outlaw Rusty Livings, pulling out of the ring, and then the referee getting between the two before the match even starts. I'm not really sure that's a good idea. The referee Russell did, but he's wanting to make sure that bell rings.
And rookie referee Russell made the right call, getting in between the guys and starting this matchup. So officially, this match has started, and the Outlaw is going to be taking on the former Potato Bowl champion, Damien Black, and this is for the Potato Bowl Championship.
That's right, Potato Bowl Championship. And Outlaw Wrestling Living is quickly shoving Black, and they run for the ropes, ducking the line from Damien Black, kicking him in the sternum there, it looks like.
And here comes the Outlaw off that rope, and there's a sweep there, Damien Black. Oh, you see that cartwheel? What was that?
I think he went for a rolling senton, but Damien Black, Outlaw quickly going out of the way, still got some legs on his back there before he got caught in the belly to back kick down.
That was a waistlock takeover, and the Outlaw uses that arm wrench there.
Well, he is wrenching the arm for sure. See, that's the thing about Outlaw Wrestling Living, so is that even though, yes, he is your Potato Bowl champion, yes, he is a fan favorite, he still is not afraid to be dirty when he needs to.
And he has that arm locked, giving him elbows straight to the arm there.
And he's got that ringer synced in. I don't know if Black knows what to do.
And there's a kick up by Damien Black.
Outlaw Wrestling Living is trying to overpower him, but Black showing him that his martial prowess is just better. Quickly, stopping the hand of him, and then looks like he actually shot the wrist of Black there.
And here comes the Outlaw off that top rope, double springboard, and there's an arm takeover there.
That looked quite good from Outlaw Wrestling Living. I'm not gonna lie to you, Black though is a little beside himself. He's not really sure what to think, as he is vying to get his title back, and Rusty Livings is staying ahead of him.
And it seems that we have a reset here, and here's a tie-up. Damien Black sent him to the rope.
And he's got him in that ropes, and those two are now, looks like they're wrestling across the ropes as it looks.
Going back and forth, but Damien Black stops that with the strike, and then a kick to the midsection there.
And that right there is where Damien Black is the most dangerous. When he starts kicking and striking, he is absolutely lethal. Rolling through, though, and getting caught by a blunt shoulder block by Outlaw Rusty Living.
The Outlaw taunting Damien Black. There's a drop down. Damien Black with that lucha pass. Back elbow there.
And he got that right across the jaw of Outlaw Rusty Livings too, and knocking him off his feet. Rusty back up though. Black feeding him another quick back elbow.
And Damien Black taking out that kneecap there of the Outlaw.
I will say that's one thing about Damien Black. He's good at, he got caught though into what looks like a converted frontside powerbomb.
And the Outlaw taking control here.
Black has his own variation of a high heel across the jaw.
And Damien Black taking a timeout on the outside here. He needs it.
Yeah, he definitely does in that one, but Outlaw's not having any of it.
Outlaw up and over, but nobody home.
Trying hard to stay on top of Black, and Black is just dodging him and running around the ring. Just looks like he's gonna bait Outlaw.
And here comes the Outlaw. Ooh.
Outlaw just walked right into that too. Like you see Brad Zane down there just laughing at him. I think Outlaw got distracted by Zane as Black just kicked him right in the chops.
And Damien Black is right back into the ring here. Watch out, here might be a suicide dive.
Oh, ow. Take a seat, Outlaw, is what Damien Black is saying as he shoves Outlaw down onto the chair.
Not only the chair, but that board there. I mean, that had to hurt.
Yeah, you can see it looks a little displaced after a landing like that. Black chopping him across the face, then kicking him in the knee.
Another right hand by Damien Black, and wow, the Outlaw out of left field using that ring post there.
That was desperation. You can see it too. Outlaw quickly, like a mouse in the corner, knows when to fight, and that's what Outlaw did there. He got cornered by Black, only to show Black that the ring post is still the great equalizer.
The Outlaw taking Damien Black here. Doesn't go for the pinfall. Should have went for a pinfall.
Nah, that's kind of like what I was thinking that went there too there, G. Not gonna lie to you on that. All of us are feeding some shots and some chops to Damien Black, knocking him slightly off his feet there for a second, staggering him at the very least.
Outlaw missing that line, but catching Damien Black, and Damien Black looks like he has that arm bar and then stretching it out to the octopus.
Yeah, that is a masterful execution. That is almost along the levels of great Tajiri.
And there you see right there, the Outlaw might be tapping.
Quickly, smartly bouncing Black into the ropes though, which that is also an equalizer.
There's a twister rope breaker there.
That is quite well done. No lies about that. Brad Zane trying to rally Damien Black as Damien Black is feeling that knee across his lower back.
And both men are down. The referee is counting.
And you see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Both men quickly getting back to their feet. Black looking like he might have the upper hand, though. At least he's thinking he's got it.
Yeah, he has to go right back on it.
Shining Wizard right to the face of Outlaw Rusty Livings. That has got to be it, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a new champion right here.
And 1, 2, and that was only a 2 count there.
That would have been a 3 if the referee had been a little faster. I think that was the only saving grace to Outlaw Rusty Livings right now.
Yeah, he got that knee straight to the nose there.
Yeah, that looked like that should have just taken it straight out. Getting some, looks like we're back to the multiple powers of Damien Black, giving him those fearsome roundhouse kicks, followed by those chops.
And there's a whip straight back to the other corner.
Followed by another chop, too. So that's right there. That's ring awareness at its finest. Damien Black using pretty much the momentum of Rusty Livings against him.
And here, watch out for Damien Black hitting. Oh, I think he was going for that springboard kick, but Outlaw had him scouted.
This looks like a Canadian backbreaker almost. Oh, into an atomic drop, followed by a Russian legs. Good combination of moves.
And the Outlaw is taking advantage of going for the cover. 1, 2. And that's only going to be a 2 count there. Near fall.
I'm not going to lie to you here, G. I mean, Outlaw Rusty Livings, despite the fact that he's still a criminal in my mind, despite the fact that he still should be behind bars, he's putting up quite a fight.
Yeah, he was trash talking there to Damien Black. Here comes the Outlaw in the opposite corner here.
Hey, sometimes you still remind yourself of what it was like behind bars. I think that's what Damien Black was doing, or Outlaw was doing to Damien Black, was telling him that life behind bars is nothing compared to him.
And nobody at home for the Outlaw, and he just got fed that top turnbuckle.
Smart move on Damien Black, using Outlaw's momentum once again against him, kicking him right in the sternum with that back kick of his, too.
That's going to take all the wind out of you. Ooh, nobody home there.
Ooh, got his own back kick right there, too. Outlaw looking like he's calling for it.
For the bulldog here.
A quick bulldog in just to stun Damien Black, and now he's going for the jailbreak, and he's got it.
Nailed it. This could be it right here. No one pops out of that one.
Nobody pops out of that one. 1, 2, and a 3.
And Outlaw Rusty Living retains her at resolution. Still your Potato Bowl champion, the Outlaw.
Your winner, and still Potato Bowl champion.
Before he beat him with the Michinoku driver, Damien Black, I think, was just caught off guard by that. But this time, Rusty Livings definitively seals the deal with that jailbreaker of his.
And the Outlaw is feeling it here, and so is the crowd. They've been behind the Outlaw ever since he came back.
Ever since he came back, he has shown that solitary confinement is not worth it. Although, once again, I still say, G, that man should be behind bars. He is a criminal. Why is he in the wrestling club? I will never understand.
Hey, he went from parole to probation, and now still your Potato Bowl champion. Yep, that is the Outlaw Rusty Livings.
And it looks like Patrick Holloway once again struggling to hold the belt, which is kind of surprising since he's got one around his waist.
Well, Outlaw has one too, and it's all gold there.
10 pounds of gold right there, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, your Potato Bowl champion who retains Outlaw Rusty Livings.
Yep, and this is Season 2, Episode 2, and the Outlaw victorious, and the fans are celebrating with him.
That's right. I will give props where it deserves, and right now, Outlaw deserves the props. That is for sure.
Thank you. Say cheese. The belt. Say cheese. You're the first winner.
Thank you.
Now push around, buddy.
Not again.
Grab the tray.
Come in.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey.
Hey, this is a pretty sweet gig here. You didn't waste any time.
Yeah, welcome to New York.
Yeah.
Hang out, man.
Yeah, thank you. Give me a break, man. I literally just got off the plane. I just put on something real quick to come see you.
Fair enough.
Like, you know, unfortunately, I've got myself. See, I'm dropping my papers all over the place.
I
too.
think that flight is a lot more out than you realize.
It was a red-eye flight. Like, when you told me to get out here as soon as possible, I booked it because I also got a couple other things going on here, too. Anyways, what's going on? Like, you want to talk about
Yeah.
the couple...
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of get an update. You have a roster for me. I know you said you had a bunch of guys, so what you got for me?
Well, okay. First things first, I do have a roster for you. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to sound a little crazy, but we both live in California, you know.
But this dance, I know this, so you got something crazy for me, so just give it to me.
Okay. First things first, I met the gal you were talking about, that you left in charge. Nice person, I think she'll do fine, I hope she'll do fine. But, you know, us wrestlers, how we are, we get a little rowdy. So,
well, she can handle a lot, so whatever she wants, that's what I'm going to be wanting, so just follow what she says.
All right, that's what you want, I'll do my best to make sure it's executed. So the first guy, so take a look at this. You see that right there, what that states?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lasso Garibai.
This is a metaphorical thing, right?
No, this is real. This is fire and brimstone. He is right now residing in hell. Well, see, that's the thing. That's what Tom's like. I know a way to get him out.
What do you mean you know how to wait? He's in literal hell. Like,
right?
How do you get somebody out of there?
Well, so I know a guy. He's got a machine. It could definitely, you know, it could remolecularize him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna cost money. Yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll get that figured out. I should let you know he's a snake.
Isn't that the devil?
No. We're not pulling out Beelzebub. We're not pulling out like Tonatiuh or Satan, whatever the crap his name is at this point. No, this is Garibai. Like when I saw it, he's got really good skill. He just unfortunately he lost a match and got banished to hell as a result.
Oh, okay. So so he wasn't in hell when you saw him then.
No. I saw. I mean, unless California's hell, then yes, he was. But in any case, moving on. So the next one here, I got a couple. So I happen to know a guy who lives out in Middleton, Idaho. He's got a couple boys he told me about. Both very young, but swelling with pride. I think they'd be a great fit for us. You know, they reside originally from Athens, Greece. They're now living in Middleton, Idaho. They're a tag team, so we get both. That's two people right there that can easily fill the roster.
Right. How old are they?
Well, I mean, you know, we may have to keep that under wraps for a little bit. It's only going to be for a year. Like, they will eventually turn the proper age, but that's only going to be for a year.
All right. Well, that's a legal nightmare. Okay.
Well, as long as they don't get hurt. But you know what, man? Some wrestlers, I mean, think of it this way. Some of the biggest name wrestlers started their careers at 13.
Okay.
Like these kids, these kids are a little older than that. They should be fine.
Fair point.
So, anyways, moving on to the next one. This next one is, so this guy, next guy, I reached out to him. He's currently serving in the United States Air Force. I think he'll be good for us. The problem is he's not going to be ready to go for another year. But he is very much interested as he is stationed out and not home. Okay. I think that would be great. We can use something like that. I'm telling you, one thing that gets over big in wrestling is a man of service.
Absolutely.
You know that.
Absolutely.
So let's keep him on the list. I think he'd be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you contacted him already and see if he's interested? Or?
I did, as a matter of fact. I did actually reach out to him. I got a hold of him. He told me he'd get back with me. But he did sound like he had the interest. He said it was his dream or something that he always wanted to do. So cool. I say we go with that. I think he'll be perfect for that. This next one, though, this next one is, I don't know how you feel about this, but I got contacted by the Idaho Correctional Facility, you know, so prison. And this guy he's a good fit. But the problem is that he won't be available for parole for another year. But the good news is that they did say that they will release him into our custody as long as he doesn't commit any more crimes underneath our watch. I'm willing to take a risk on that because, first off, remember what we said, it's a club. We're all about the community. So this would be a perfect fit for the community.
But then we become his babysitter?
Well, they'll give us some officers to at least watch him. I mean, they have to on that. They can't just let a parole guy run around free. That would be stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we're not under any legal authority to.
No, we just have to make sure he doesn't bring anything. And then the next person I have as well, like this is right now the last of the list that I currently have. This is another twofer, but it kind of rounds out our roster, I think. And I saw these guys and I contacted them. They're right now in the Idaho. I'm losing my papers here. Sorry. They're in the Idaho Mental Asylum at this point in time. And yeah, I saw them. Like, they claim they're professional wrestlers. I looked up their profile. They have a bit of a background. They did do some training. Why they're in the mental asylum, I don't know. Probably something with pickles. Who knows? Crazy things. Wrestlers are wrestlers, man. You know this.
Well, sure, but people have triggers, and if they get triggered by anything, they actually want to do more than just wrestle and harm people. Where's our control for that?
Where's our control when our normal wrestlers want to harm people? It still happens. I mean, there's a reason why they put signs up there saying, "Hey, don't jump in this ring, otherwise you're gonna have 20 wrestlers coming out and beat the snot out of you."
Okay.
You know, it's wrestlers are wrestlers. The thing is what we do isn't exactly pillow fighting, my friend. We do a lot, and I mean, I think they'll be good. That's Helter Skelter. The other names, I didn't tell you the names of the other one. One of them was Hickman. Mr. Hickman was his name. That's the guy who is in the United States Air Force right now. The two boys, they're Perseus and Thederic. Thederic. Yeah, that's Percy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's they're both, like I said, they're from Athens, Greece, and through and through, they look like it. Like they both look like they belong there. And then of course the other guy as well, which is his name is Rusty. That's all I could get. That's the guy. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. So we'll have to probably work on a moniker for him, give him something. You know, obviously it's like right now as it stands. I know. The list is a little.
So I just want to get this straight. So you have 2 people from the insane asylum.
Yeah.
You have a guy who gets on parole in a year.
Yes.
Somebody who's literally in hell.
Yes.
A couple of young boys.
Yep.
And one person who's done military service.
Yep.
You're
not missing anything. That's literally what it is. Like, you just let me work my magic. Look, come on. When have I ever let you down? I have always been very good at what I do. If I tell you I can get these people, I can get these people.
My faith isn't lacking in your faith in getting them here. I'm quite sure you can get them there. My concern is it going to be a circus, or are we actually going to have something that's going to be helping the community here? That's my main concern. I have looks like a lot of alpha personalities here.
They're definitely out there, but I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, any wrestler who is a wrestler is never going to be sane. I mean, we willingly throw our bodies on the line every single day when we get in there. There's a reason why they say don't do this at home, even though I'm pretty sure half of us have done this at home stupidly.
Well, yeah. How do you think you get love for the sport in the first place?
Exactly. You just don't magically grow that. You have to understand that every now and then, taking a bump or two here and there, getting punched in the face, getting kicked in the gut. You know what, man? This isn't exactly. It's a blood sport in its own right.
All right.
Okay.
So if you think that these guys can put on a show, have matches, and have it be safe for everybody involved and family friendly, I'll trust you on this.
I have good reason to believe that this will happen.
Okay.
The thing is just that not everything happens in a day. Rome was not built in a day, my friend. You know this. This will still take some time. These guys are going to have to come underneath the guidelines and understand that for them to exist in this business again, they've got to follow the rules. If they don't follow the rules, they're not going to go anywhere. But I mean, I can tell you right now, just like looking at like this list right here, I can tell you at least 3 of these guys are potential champions in one way, shape, or form. Maybe with the Wrestle Club, maybe not with the Wrestle Club, but they've got championship material on them, and that's the reason why I think they would be good for us. But at the same time, too, we can't exactly hold an event with just 4 bodies, with 2 of them not being available for a year. So what I might recommend is that I do know a couple guys who are on the southern side, like the south ends of like California, like New Mexico, Texas, etc., etc., etc. If you're willing to, I'd suggest that we bring them in, have them kind of fill the slots. You know, nothing crazy, standard wrestling business as it is. You know. Like, I think that we should just go with that, and then from there, I'll continue to work, because I've got more people that I think will fit.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how am I going to get in touch with them, you know, so that's what I got to work on next. But, you know, it's like 11 p.m. right now, and I mean, I'm tired.
Well,
I think it's 11 p.m.
rooms. I have rooms here that you can kind of, you know, get some rest. So, you know, on your way back, just know she will be contacting me after every show. I'm going to be asking questions, you know, how did the show go? Did anybody get hurt? Those kind of things. And I need you to help me out here, because you're my eyes and ears there.
Yeah.
When she's, you know, she's going to come with the details, but I need you to make sure that, you know, in the locker room, you know, behind the scenes, that these guys are, you know, keeping with our integrity as a club of wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know, I can't have them just doing whatever they want.
No, I totally get what you're saying on that, Patrick. I totally understand that.
Right.
That shouldn't be a problem. And you know what, man? I obviously know I'm tired. When I say it's 11 p.m., it's clearly it's 11 a.m. I'm gonna take you up on your offer, and then I've got some stuff I gotta do, and then I'm gonna fly back to Boise. And yeah, I'll get the rest of the bodies for us, but we should be. I think we got something here.
All right. Well, get some footage for me. Let me so I can see live as well, and we'll
yeah, sure thing. I'll go ahead about that. You reach out to her, let her know. And I'll give you the contact details of the guys who I'm suggesting that we bring in just for temporary slots. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna go rest of the man. Bye.
Get out of here, Outlaw!
And what do we have here? The SunGod Tonatiuh is making his way out, and I don't see him on the cart.
I don't see him on the cart either. That's not a good sign. Normally, if somebody's on the cart,
that's not a good sign. There's some kids there. That can be a liability right there.
Yeah, Tonatiuh needs to kind of watch himself. He wants to stay employed with the Wrestle Club. You don't want to ever hit a fan.
Take the mic from the CEO.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Yeah, he is on the CEO right now. I'm not gonna. 1 year ago, we'll let him talk.
On Resolution, I, the SunGod, made my debut. So you know. And since then, I've been sacrificing member after member of the Wrestle Club locker room. Last April, I destroyed Bronco. Dude, you better shut your mouth. I don't think they can hear you. And since then, since I destroyed Bronco Billy, you guys made him your favorite. You guys made him Rookie of the Year instead of me. It should be me who's Rookie of the Year. So, to prove to all of you that I am the best, Bronco, get out here now so I can sacrifice you once and for all.
Wow, strong words by the SunGod.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Patrick Holloway's flirting with disaster, walking in and telling Tonatiuh that the mic was off. The man was loud enough without the mic, and you're just playing with fire. As Bronco Billy is currently making his way to the ring, I guess he's gonna accept the challenge from Tonatiuh.
Well, Tonatiuh was upset that Bronco Billy was the Rookie of the Year, but I mean, Tonatiuh should not be upset. He's been quite the contender.
He has been, but I think it's just the fact that Bronco Billy, a hillbilly from nowhere, got Rookie of the Year, where Tonatiuh, a man who was of size and destruction, did not. And I gotta be honest with you, G, what in the world is going on here? Did you not see that previous week broadcast that we just saw?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like Brad Zane had a roster in his hands, and speaking of it in his hands, it's like, oh gosh.
You know,
there goes the straw hat right there.
The straw hat's no longer in the hands of Tonatiuh. Tonatiuh just whipping Bronco Billy right back against the ropes.
He doesn't want to wear a straw hat. He doesn't want to dance. Maybe he will shake the hand.
No, maybe we'll shake the hand. And you know what? I don't know if that's gonna work on that.
Well, third time's a charm, right?
Yeah, I don't think third time's gonna be a charm here either. I think Tonatiuh is gonna take that hand and squeeze it off of him if he gets the chance.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be fair about it. And accept the nicely gesture from Bronco Billy.
Well, you see on that one there, he's going to go shake his hand. And there we have it. We have a nice handshake from Tonatiuh. Except for the fact that that's what I was afraid of.
I don't think he's letting... Did he just say ring the bell?
He did just say ring the bell, and he's
not letting go of Bronco Billy's hand.
Bronco Billy's swiping at Tonatiuh, kicking him in the knee, trying to get him to let go. I don't know if that's a good idea there.
Hey, he let go, though.
Yeah, true. Except... now you're just making Tonatiuh mad.
There's a shoulder tackle, and it's not doing any effect here.
Tonatiuh just going for a line, Bronco quickly ducking it, and then going for a let's look at sleeper hold.
He's riding Tonatiuh right now.
He's trying to, and Tonatiuh on the other hand, and is he going to take a knee, or is he going to make Bronco take a seat?
He sure did, and this is your main event for episode 2. Rookie of the Year facing the other rookie for 2018. There's a boot to the kisser.
I won't lie to you. That's a good way to take a man's head right off his shoulders. And while I may not be a big fan of the Spud Brothers, I will show pity when I see it. And I feel pity for Bronco for seeing a size 14 of Tonatiuh.
Oh, I can see that big clothesline right there.
Indeed.
And the SunGod here just, ooh, it looks like he's summoning the gods there, and he has that nerve hold on the line.
He does, and Bronco Billy is feeling it too. The man does not know what to do right now. He's in so much agonizing pain. You see it on his face. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
I hope not. Hopefully Bronco Billy finds a way out of this hold here.
Tonatiuh has it so hard on him too. And
and then the SunGod, just transitioning to a belly to back release.
He just dumped him like a sack of potatoes. And that's probably what Bronco Billy feels like after that.
And Bronco Billy barely kicked out of that one.
Barely indeed, as Tonatiuh once again going to pick up Bronco. And he's got him in, he's got him in a modified headlock there with the arm over the, that's a good way to pop a man's shoulder out.
Nicely applied here by the SunGod. Really great hold here.
Yeah, he's holding on to it. Bronco really quickly reaching for the ropes. I think Tonatiuh might. He's just going to hold on to it.
Well, he has a count to 5.
And he's off, he's off. I don't know if that's a good idea to be shoving a big man like Tonatiuh.
Yeah, you don't want to touch that guy. He's a big boy.
Referee kind of asked for it on that one. You should not be touching a wrestler.
And the SunGod showing his power here. Looks like he's going for a side slam. Talking some trash too. Being very bold.
Oh, that is a pretty high drop to be getting dropped from on that one too. Tonatiuh put his hand down and just pinning him. I think that's a bit of a cocky pin there. I don't care who you are. Whether you're the good guy, whether you're the bad guy, you shouldn't cocky pin somebody.
And here comes 300 plus pounds. And this one is over. 1, 2.
Somehow still managed to kick out. He probably felt like that was old Bessie at home after she fell on top of him.
I thought that was over.
I would have thought that was over too. That was equivalent to watching a mountain falling on a rock.
And the SunGod just taking control of Bronco Billy.
SunGod Tonatiuh summoning up all the power of the sun. And finding nobody home. Bronco quickly trying to capitalize on it here.
Boom, big shoulder tackle off that mid rope. Bronco Billy has an opening. Comes off that.
Trying to roll out. Oh my God. Ooh.
Nicely scouted. Bronco Billy with the front whip slam there.
Tonatiuh threw Bronco so hard he almost landed on the referee.
And there you see the power of the SunGod. He is the monster of Wrestle Club for sure. Bronco Billy is getting the fans riled up here. Where's he going for it? Oh man, he's trying to find some home strength there.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get anything like that. Tonatiuh just quickly just pushed him off like he was nothing. And here we go, double choke slam powerbomb.
And what goes up must come down.
And it came down hard.
This one is clearly over. 1, 2, 3.
The sacrifice to the SunGod has been made as Tonatiuh clearly demonstrating that the Rookie of the Year is nothing compared to him.
Well, I'm hoping that Bronco Billy is still alive after this matchup, because I want to see more of him.
Yeah, you and me both on that one. I want to see more of both gentlemen, but maybe not against each other, because that was equivalent to a fly getting hit by a fly swatter.
I would say the SunGod very aggressive, and I'm liking it.
I would have to agree with you on that. We need to see more of that from SunGod Tonatiuh as the cameraman follows him out, and Bronco Billy not even sure where he's from, where he is, or where he's going home to.
Well, he's raising his hand like he won the match.
I don't think he realized he did. Yeah, I think that was bad juju all around for him. Hey. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize how tired I was when I came off that flight.
Right. Did you good sleep?
Yeah. Thanks for letting me crash again. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So I told you I'd go back to Boise. I would start getting everything up and running for you there. Met with your gal that you recommended.
Yeah.
First show was more or less a success. People came in. I just want to come back though and tell you I've got an updated roster list. I've worked some more magic.
Really? Got more? Okay.
Yeah, I've got some more bodies. It's not going to be quite the circus that it sounded like the first time around.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, it really does. Okay, let's get right to it though. Let's cut to the jib here. So, okay, first guy here. So this one is from California. He's from what is that? That's Riverside. Yeah, Riverside, California.
King?
Yeah, he's royalty.
Royalty in what sense?
In the sense that he's royal. he's a king. His name is Marcus Anderson. King Marcus Anderson actually prefers to be, you know, I mean, royalty.
The ego that comes with that, or is it that's just a moniker?
Maybe both. But I mean, here's the thing though, you have to understand. If he's got the ego that goes with it, we know exactly what we can do with that. Right. I mean,
everybody likes to, okay.
Everyone's got to have somebody they got to hate, and sure, you got to think about it.
Okay,
too.
That makes sense.
So, okay, so I think he'd be great. He's got a servant too. So
what? Who is a servant nowadays?
Well, this guy, he's royalty.
Okay.
Like, come on, Queen Elizabeth, she's got servants.
All right. Point taken, point taken.
Yeah.
I apologize for my outburst.
That's all right, man. So it's not a problem at all. So the servant's name is Graham. Victor Graham, I think is how that is, but Graham is his name. Doesn't really have a whole lot going on for him in terms of like a look, anything like that. I mean, he's true and through just a servant. Okay. But I think he would be great managerial material. You know, something that can start him off, get him going from there. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how the king's going to use him anyways. He's not going to want the guy getting in the ring. At least I wouldn't want my servant to get in the ring if I have one. So. Okay. Let's move it on though. So the next one is you wanted me to find a oh you got this? Okay, cool. Thank you. Remember that's our rejected folder. So any of the guys you don't want, we'll put them in there. Yeah, so
that's what I thought.
Anyways, okay. So the next one you wanted me to get was you asked me to look around for women wrestlers. So
yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of women who want to do this, right? That's how it was when we were.
Well, yeah. The thing is, though, you have to consider the location, and I mean, Idaho isn't exactly like rich for wrestling just as of yet. So I did happen to find one though. Her name's Kiki Sterling, something like that. I'm really bad at names, so you know that.
Sounds like an anime name,
right?
But hey, you know, everybody, you know, I'm sure
everybody's got the things. Yeah. She's got a good look to her, really good face. You know, I think she'd be solid. I think she'd be great. Okay. Help with the with like, you know, the opposite gender professional wrestling, which is
Well, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. It gives us more young women will get involved. That'd be great.
Yep. Okay. Absolutely. The next guy is so this one I looked at this, and I'll be pretty honest with you, he's a friend of mine. I've known him for a while. To be pretty frank with you, though, his name's Chaz Bedlam. And you probably know, that's the look I was expecting you to give me.
Why?
Well, we need bodies.
No, we're not that desperate for bodies, are we?
Kind of are right now. I mean, the thing is, it's like the problem is our location. This guy's willing to come.
Well, of course he is, because it's all about him, and then he's going to end up hurting people like he did last time.
Well,
no. I'm sorry. That's an instant no. We're just going to put him in the rejected folder, and we're never going to speak to this ever again.
Oh, all right. Okay. So we'll consider that one off. We'll strike that one from the list then. The next one we got to think of here is this guy here. I think he's got a lot of potential. Remember what I've always told you. I mean, we got a guy coming from hell. Paranormal does exist no matter how you slice it. This guy's a voodoo priest. And he's also been trained in a mixed martial arts background. So he could bring an element that we have yet to see.
So the moment I make him mad, he's going to put a curse on me. Are you serious? Why would I want that? Why would I want to try and treat him like a little prince, and all of a sudden the moment he gets something he doesn't want, all of a sudden I'm cursed? And voodoo curse is not something you want to mess around with. I delved in paranormal, and I know that's something. No. That's not part.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, I had this great idea. Truthfully, it's like, you know, think of it this way. It's like, okay, hear me out on this. Like, I think both of these would be a great fit, but you have to understand, we got to put them with somebody who can control them. And I mean, they're not going to be available for us for another year anyway, so I think the person that could take care of this would be the very man that I think that you and I both have already said would be a pretty big hit in the Wrestle Club, which is Mr. Hickman. I mean, you have to think of it this way. The guy is United States Air Force. You know, he serves our country. You know, he's out there. He's constantly putting his life on the line. He is the guy who would be the most fitted for a task like this. I mean, sure, Chaz Bedlam served the country, too, in a different manner. I mean,
he served the penal system, not the same thing.
Well, okay, but that's what I'm saying though. He's been out. He's stayed clean. He's out of trouble.
You mean you guys got caught? The more I get to know you, the more I get worried.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your idea? Okay.
So I think they'd be great for that. But you know, let's touch back on that subject. There's one more guy I want to make mention of that I think would be a good fit as well. This guy is a monster. Like when I say monster, I'm not talking like you know of all paranormal things that we've already dealt with. This guy is straight up.
Why would I even think differently about that when you literally got a guy from hell? You say he's a monster. Well, yeah. So I'm thinking monster. I'm not thinking some guy with a moniker monster.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's not a moniker monster. His moniker would be a SunGod. I mean, that's what he is.
Okay, so an actual god.
No, not an actual god. Just that's his moniker, his SunGod.
Okay.
His name is Tonatiuh. I happen to know a guy who's his agent. He said he can help get him across the border, and he'd be able to work with us.
You mean smuggle him?
He didn't go into the details. I don't ask. I don't tell. Like that's simply how it works here.
Where do you meet these people?
Dude, we lived in California. Come on. I mean, you want to get right down to it? Chula Vista itself was a hellhole on its own.
Okay, all right, okay.
Jeez. Like, I'm trying here. I'm sorry, Patrick. Like, I'm literally digging at the bottom of the barrel to try to find you some bodies right now.
Well, yeah, you bring me a voodoo priest, some guy I know personally thrives on freaking mayhem.
Yeah.
You know, and now you're bringing me a god who has to be literally smuggled across a border. Like,
we don't know if he has to be smuggled or not. I just said get him across the border. The guy's an agent.
Okay, fine. All right.
So yeah, you're putting words in that guy's mouth right now.
Okay. All right. We can move on from that.
Okay, let's move on to that. But that's it, though. That's currently what we got right now. There's more that's in the list. I do think that they will make a fit, but as of right now, I don't think they're ready personally. I think we got to work with with what we have, to be honest with you. I mean, like, obviously, I'm already on the fence about some of these guys myself, considering that I'm over here tripping up on my own words trying to tell you that. You can tell the confidence that I have with some of these guys. Yeah, I like the Grim guy. I'm not 100% certain about. I do think Marcus Anderson is going to be a perfect fit. I think Marcus Anderson is going to be a guy who's going to easily skyrocket to the top in the Wrestle Club. And you know what? We need somebody like that because, you know, you got to have that opposition. Wrestling is wrestling. Good guys, bad guys. People got to know who to cheer for, who to boo. I mean, that's just what it is.
Well, at least he's a lot more normal than the first roster you brought me.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are
comparatively.
Comparatively, yeah. You don't have insane asylums, a criminal. I mean, well, technically we got a criminal, but you've already said no to that one. But, you know, at the same time, too, I think, so, okay.
Okay, so one more thing. Run this by me. So what's your plan if you want to bring these two in here? What's your plan to keep them under control?
Mr. Hickman.
You think Hickman?
I think Hickman can do it. I mean, the guy is trained in doing this. The guy probably has more ways to eliminate somebody with his pinky than he does anyone else in that roster. You're like, you gotta think of it that way.
So what if they decide that they're gonna make him a bad guy through some voodoo crazy ritual that I don't even know about?
I don't think.
What's our contingent plan for that?
I don't really think I have one, to be honest with you. I mean, that's the problem with the paranormal, man. It's like, you know, you and I have seen it. We don't know what can happen with that. I mean, we've seen people blow up caskets with just snapping their fingers. Like, literally, I watched the Lost Soul Garibaldi get banished to hell in his last match in California. And, like, you know, like, I'm right now working on getting him back. If you can banish a guy, I'm positive you can bring him back.
I've had enough projects to deal with. I don't need this mayhem in my life. But if you think Hickman can handle the task, then fine. But until you can show me that he can, these guys are a no.
All right. All right.
Now, if you'd excuse me, I need to go see something about a dog.
Okay. I'll take care of this file for you. So I'll get rid of them. Don't worry. I'll get them shredded. Project Mayhem. It's got a good ring to it.